within, because action is what will make you grow.
Supporting the next generation is what matters.
You cannot be with a cape all over Madrid, because we're not Superwoman.
You always tend to think about the professional side of success. Success without having a meaningful life doesn't mean anything.
The definition of success is always about, your next promotion, earning more money. That definitely changes. What drives you changes.
Honoring your values, and then how are you achieving the type of life that you wanted to achieve.
The reality is that we have no idea what type of work is going to be out there when you're 15. So find your passion, find what you're really excited about, and then things will work themselves out.
I lived in New York for many, many years, and I remember being in the 29th floor of JPMorgan, 270 Park Avenue, seeing till the infinite, and I thought, wow, I did it, right? But it's not that amazing. I mean, it's a job. A job does not define you. A job can help you define some of the qualities that you do have.
The best places to learn, I still say that to people, if you're in a smaller office, you will learn a lot more than going in to a big office and being a specialist. You do have to be strategic in your career. If you get stuck, take control, but always think about continuous learning, because it doesn't stop when you finish university. It was really important to kickstart my the next phase.
If you're hardworking, if you're responsible, if you want to grow, you will end up wherever you think that you belong. But you need to understand where you're at and then what's next for you.
Linear is wonderful, not linear is perfectly feasible. Even if you have to deal with change and challenge and opportunity, just take time to think about your own values, your own boundaries, and that will be your North Star. Perfection is the enemy of progress, and to progress, you really have to be more open to adapt.
I've been a banker for all my life, and then I decided that I did not belong to that place. I did not belong to that place, and I just took action, and I said, okay, this is it, I'm out. I thought, wow, what's next for me now? What am I gonna do?
The financial services industry, it can often just be a perception that's very technical, it's very maths heavy. The area of our business which is harder to have women join, females, is the actual portfolio management, so the managing of money. We need to open up, the aperture to people to help them understand what it is.
When I started working in investment banking in the 90s, there were hardly any women managing partners. I didn't see myself there.
I was shy. I was a lot shyer than I am now. I would not speak unless asked. Right now, I'm a lot more vocal. Sometimes I'm opinionated. I guess throughout your career, you kind of change the way you think and the way you operate.
I am aware of how privileged I am to be in the position I'm in, and the seniority of my position, and being female.
Knowing with whom you can be vulnerable, I find very important in your life in general.
If you do get hit with something, take all the help you can. Don't try and manage things yourself.
I've looked for role models when I've had challenges, people who I have admired, and I've figured out, what they're doing, I could also be doing. You don't need only one mentor. Maybe you can have a network of mentors.
For young women, seeing other women that made it would really help.
Sometimes we want to represent that we know more than we do, but actually being open to experiences, to people, to just ideas, I think that's really your opportunity to do that, because it gives you the broadest aperture of what you can do in life, and the opportunities are just tremendous.